Jelani and Shani Linder, the owners of Granite House Lofts, but also as of a day ago, the newest mayor, starting in January, from the city of Stone Mountain.
I'm not a career politician at all. This is my first time running for elected office. Decatur got it. Avondale got it.
Chamblee has it.
It's like a stamp of like, that's a cool place to be, cool place to hang out. That's a cool place to open a restaurant. One thing Stone Mountain has that I always thought was amazing about it was very walkable. What we see a lot of new cities trying to create. Stone Mountain has that fabric already just embedded in it. I pick up the phone, they're like, we want to accept your offer. Are you serious? I remember going there one day. You look up, you're like, oh, there's no roof on this.
You're a perfect spot because you have 20 or 30,000 cars drive by the village every day.
17,000 cars a day.
17,000.
An amazing downtown. How do I help unify our community, unify our council, an entire city? These ideas of becoming a tourist town, a regional destination, will outlast me.
Jelani and Shani Linder, who are the owners of the Granite House Lofts. Very, very cool. Got my attention immediately. But also, as of a day ago, well, figure when you're going to watch this, but either way, is the newest mayor, starting in January, from the city of Stone Mountain with the Stone Mountain Village downtown. Welcome to the show. And welcome, congratulations as being mayor very, very soon. What, about a month and a half, something like that?
45 days.
45 days. Count it down.
44.
And so let's just start and tell us a little bit about your all selves and how did you get here and how did you get into the hotel hospitality business and how did you get into politics?
There we go. So you want me to start? I can start. Oh, all right. So Jelani Linder, I have been in the Stone Mountain community for almost 20 years. Worked diligently. I served on the Downtown Development Authority also. I served on the Planning Commission, and I just love Stone Mountain. I got a degree in urban planning from the University of Georgia. So I just always have had my planning brain on and being in the city and being in Stone Mountain. So getting us to Granite House Lofts was just having that belief in the city, believing we can really be a destination. So we were looking to invest in our downtown and ran across this building, used to be Barron's Restoration. And, we were like, man, it's a cool building. But the one thing, because of Stone Mountain, the economy has been a little slow at times. So, the thought process was we need a building that's 2 stories because we need to be able to provide, as we're looking for a lower level retail tenant,
Right.
we need to be able to sustain ourselves on, having that tenant till we pick the right tenant. Because one thing about Stone Mountain has been, you have a lot of building owners who kind of just sometimes don't vet tenants that well. And I get it because financially sometimes you're like, we just need to put somebody in the space. But what happens is the town suffers when you just put anybody into a space. So us kind of being involved in the community and really caring what's curated in our downtown, we were like, look, we need something that has 2 stories because we can, supplement that vacancy until we have the right tenant by having some income coming in upstairs. So it started off as just saying, look, let's just do 2 apartments. And then Shani was like, no, I think a hotel or like some level of short-term rental or hospitality would be the ideal strategy. So we were actually we made an offer to the owners. They went dark on us. So we're like, oh, it's not going to work. We can't help our city. And we ended up being in Chicago, and we stayed at the London House in Chicago. Really cool hotel that was kind of like modern but retro, right across from the riverfront. And Shani was like,
this is the vibe.
This is what we want to do. This is it. This is what we're building. And
Plus,
nice.
Yeah. So that's London House. Yeah. So like, if you look at the lofts, you can kind of understand
the similarities
between London House and Granite House. At least the inspiration.
Plus, it was also
Have you all
a
ever been
size
to
thing.
a 21C museum hotel?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
So they only will take old abandoned buildings, warehouses,
I
offices,
love that.
Wow.
old hotels,
Yeah, yeah.
and put in a museum
Oh, I love that.
quality
Yeah.
hotel. So keep going, but you just got me interested now with the concept of your old hotel downstairs downtown.
Mhm.
With this
Mhm.
21C, it's now owned by a chain called Accor in France.
Mhm.
But the poor guy, I think, sold the company for like $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
With it, that he created the 21C hotel, all art, all restorative restoration projects.
I
But go
love
ahead,
that.
So yeah.
it's right here. You can.
So oddly enough, we made the offer, and we one of the relatives called us back before we left to Chicago and said, I think we might be interested, but we'll get back with you. Oddly enough, we're in Chicago. We're walking around doing an architecture tour,
And
and I get a phone call, and I'm like, who is this calling me? I pick up the phone. They're like, look, we want to accept your offer,
Wow.
and I'm like, are you serious? And so I told Shani, and that's when her mind got to going to like concept, themes, ideas, and we just happened to be in Chicago. We're looking at the London house, and so
very inspiring.
we were like, what do we call it? Like, what do we call it? Like, we got to come up with a cool name. And so it was Barron's Restoration. So we were like, let's call it the Baron, like a throwback to the owners who own that building. And then we were like, well, but what if they don't like us and they say don't use the name? And so Shawnee was like, we'll call it Granite House.
So where is it downtown Stone Mountain?
So it's right at the corner of Main Street and Manor Drive.
It's across from the old hotel.
Yeah, it's right across from the
Okay.
old hotel building. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's right across from the train depot, Manor and Main.
So it's right there. It's on the main side of everything.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right there. Okay.
Catty
perfect.
corner to the gazebo. If you're familiar with the gazebo and the
And the depot.
depot, yeah.
So you're on your way to Art Station.
Yeah.
Art Station's right to our
It's
back.
on our
So yeah,
street.
if you make that left, Art Station is right to our back. Yep. So yeah, so Shani and she got with the designers, and we're in Chicago, so we went to the what's my favorite hotel that has that cool look that looks like
the
a champagne bottle.
Carbon
And Carbine building in
Mm.
Chicago, which is another cool one. And so it had that Art Deco kind of rustic, modern, but and so
It wasn't rustic. It's very art deco.
it's Art Deco, and so it was cool. And so Shawnee was like, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Granite House. We'll call it Granite House. It'll be a cool, cause like Stone Mountain, we kind of talked about this before we got on the show, does not have that type of
Right.
lodging, and we know how we like to travel, and like where we like to say like, man, it'd be cool to have that type of lodging and being able to bring that to the city of Stone Mountain. One, the show is possible, like even as like a recently, I won't say elected official yet because I haven't got sworn in, but it's always you dream about it's possible.
Right.
Can it happen? And it's that big dream of that happening. So Shani had a great idea of doing it, and at first I kind of was like, I don't know, but I leaned into it, and it was great. It's been great. Like it's performed well. We stay booked every weekend. A lot of the weekdays we stay booked.
And starting to get that spillover business traveler who doesn't want to stay inside the park, but there's no
No
other.
real place to say.
Yeah.
Correct.
So before we keep going, Shawnee, what is your background?
What is my background? Well, I have a degree in social work. I do real estate. We both are in real estate. We co-founded a nonprofit 4 years ago now, 3 years ago.
It's about 3 years. Heading
Yeah.
into 3 years. Yeah.
Just a passionate wife and supporter of my family and of our community. I mean, we've been there since 2006.
I didn't know
And
if you were into art or because it sounds like
no, but my mother, I grew up around, well, I didn't, obviously I grew up around my parents, but my mom owned and operated an architecture and interior design firm.
okay.
For my whole life. The business was founded in 1985. So as a child, that's what
Explains.
yeah. So I'm very inspired, heavily inspired by architecture. Um, with Jelani's love for history, So when we travel, that's kind of the balance. We both enjoy history and learning about cities and different cultures, but also very heavily inspired by art and architecture specifically. Because of, again, my mom's background in architecture and interior design is just something that I grew up around. Um, and I like to design our home. I like to make sure that our spaces are creative. But it's so funny. As we were going through the design process, working with our design team, I'm like, I would never. The way that we designed it would be things that would be visually appealing to me, but I would never live there. Like I would never design my personal home like
Yeah, because
that.
you want to the hotel or the bed and breakfast lodge is an escape.
Correct.
Exactly. And so that was the inspiration behind it. But there are things that I'm visually drawn to, but it's just so drastically different from my personal style.
That's okay,
Yeah.
especially if it works and sells.
It
Yeah.
See,
does.
that's the part.
And they,
It's there to provide hospitality, accommodations, but
well, it
also
was
as
an
a revenue
experience.
producer.
And again, like we don't have those Instagram moments throughout Stone Mountain in general. And for us, the exterior, the interior, we all wanted it to be Instagram
When you're a
worthy.
perfect spot because you have an enormous amount of, from what I can remember, it's like 20 or 30,000 cars drives by the village
Yeah.
every day.
17,000 cars a day.
17,000.
Yeah.
Art Station is a premier attraction. They do phenomenal work. It's one of the 4 art facilities in DeKalb as far as a county base. Great downtown. You got the show place across the street. Um, we're
Yes.
gonna open. We're gonna have
Yeah,
a
it's an
conversation.
amazing downtown. Again, it's like, and I love all the other cities. So my background in urban planning, we do a lot of case studies. We look at a lot of cities, see how they work, see how they function, and there are huge takeaways from every city we go to,
Mhm.
especially in DeKalb.
Mm.
But one thing that Stone Mountain has that I've always thought was amazing about it is very street scale, very walkable. And like we talked about earlier, is one of the older cities that's been built on a grid street pattern. So it's very walkable,
Yes.
very, whereas you can commute is neighborhood scale. And you don't get a lot of that in a lot of small cities in the county where you have 4 blocks and kind of a real built out downtown. Like, we haven't built it out, but the layout of it, the bones of it are just is what we see in a lot of new cities trying to create.
Mhm.
Like Stone Mountain has that fabric already just
Mhm.
embedded in it. I always tell the story, and we'll get into this whole tourism idea of Stone Mountain. But no, a lot of people don't know there used to be a trolley that went from Atlanta to Stone Mountain. Art Station was the trolley barn
Yeah.
where they interchanged the trolley and went
Didn't it
back.
run on Memorial Drive?
I think it went
East
Ponce. I
Pine.
think the Path Trail is kind of the
Okay.
track
Okay.
that the trolley went on. But
Our corner was actually one of the
the
trolley
trolley stop. I
stops.
have old
Yeah.
pictures that I'll show you
Our
where
station
you'll see our
has
building and the
yeah.
trolley.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go upstairs. I think in the boardroom of Art Station, it's where some of the
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, because that's the route. Because Art Station's right behind us, so it would come down Main Street, turn there, and so it's a really cool place. And so we like Shani's point of doing the lofts, it proved that it works. Like it's almost like testing the theory on a very small scale, but it proves that people come to vacation, they want nice amenities, and they come to the park. Because the beautiful part about Stone Mountain is that is 10 minutes from Tucker, it's 15 minutes from Avondale, another probably 18 minutes from City of Decatur, 20 minutes gets you in the city of Atlanta, and it's multimodal, meaning you can go bus, train, and there are different avenues to take you there. You can go up Ponce, you can go up Memorial Drive, you can hop on 78. So it's a lot of ways to connect. So what we found at the Lofts is that people sometimes say, I'm coming to Metro Atlanta, but the cool thing, I get to go to Stone Mountain Park, but I can easily hop to Atlanta. I can easily hop to the city of Decatur. I can easily hop to Avondale, and I still get this huge amenity to my back where I can go canoeing or go play golf or the new zip lining that they have at Stone Mountain
Yeah,
Park.
because it's further outside of the city, so you're not paying city prices,
Correct.
right.
but you're getting that same luxury.
Correct.
So, how many rooms and how long have you been open?
We have two suites.
Two suites.
Dawn and Dusk is the theme. So they're named Dawn and Dusk. Dawn is the brighter, more lively party, high energy suite. And Dusk is a little more, everybody loves to say it's more romantic, it's more sexy,
Moody, very
moody.
moody. Yeah.
um, just the two. And then we took our first guest in March of 2024.
Was it? What
Yeah,
year are we in now?
25.
2025. Because we just had our one
Yeah,
year anniversary this past
Wow.
yeah,
month.
yeah.
Because Monica, the soothsayer in our office,
Yeah.
brought it to my attention, what, about a month ago? And then she envisioned you were going to win the election. So if you ever want some,
All right, there you
Yeah.
go. All right. If you ask anybody in our city, and Monica can probably attest to it, I will tour you around the entire Stone Mountain when you come and visit. I'll walk you down each street, take you into every business. You know, Art Station is one of the big tours that I show people, like, you got to see this place. You got to see this place. And, you know, and every time I go in, you know, Bill Lavelle, Michael and David and those guys over there, they always have a show, a new art exhibit that's up. So it's always cool to see, like, the art kind of changing in Art Station. So, yeah, I just believe so much in the area, believe so much in the town.
so how much do you like jazz?
I'm not a big jazz guy. Lately, if you all been to our Tunes by the Track series that we do in Stone Mountain, I've been doing a lot of blues. So blues has been really good. But I know they have a new jazz place that's in the city of Decatur now.
Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is any day now, Discover DeKalb is going to be the parent of the DeKalb Council for the Arts, which we're going to quote. We're going to have the marketing name Arts DeKalb.
Ooh, I
Ah.
love that.
And one of the big events that we're planning on doing is in October. I think it's going to be the month. We're going to do a month-long jazz fest. So we're going to have it all across DeKalb County.
Dude, you got to come to Stone Mountain.
And so that's what we were talking about. Is like, could you? And it would be one that we would help facilitate with
Yeah.
all the different cities.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you could put it in Art Station, or you could put it across the tracks.
No, we're gonna do you a better one. So
Okay.
so again, all right. So let me tell you where Stone Mountain, at least in my mind, is going. To a regional hub, a regional destination, tourism. Think, you know, a small New Orleans. Think a small Savannah where there's people on the streets always having activities, different restaurants, shops, bars, and it combines art, entertainment, food, culture, history, and that's the tourism hub that we're putting together. So, like, one idea that's been kicked around with a few people is, you know, Second Street, which, you know, you have your main street, and then Second Street's right behind it. But between East Mountain Manor and Second Street, blocking off that street for, like, block party pedestrian corridor. You know, and so, like, it's, again, creating that atmosphere. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's the key. And I think, you know, sorry to go on the Stone Mountain kick, but I'm going on it.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Yeah. But a
But
lot
what
of
about the jazz festival?
well, I'm getting to the jazz festival and how it all plays into what we're doing here. So one thing I think Stone Mountain has sometimes gotten a bad rap, but one thing we hadn't been able to get, which I think we really have, is the cool factor. Like, nobody's giving us that stamp that it works, right?
Yeah, I would say that's true.
No, seriously. Like, Decatur got it.
Yeah.
Avondale got it. You know,
Chamblee has it.
Chamblee has it. It's like a stamp of, like, that's a cool place to be. That's a cool place to hang out. That's a cool place to open a restaurant. And
You
it's
kind of got a little bit of that because you've had phenomenal, in the length of time, 14 years I've been here, you've got a lot of new cool restaurants.
we did.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have to commend, you know, all of our restaurateurs who are helping form that city. You know, one that's really been bringing a lot of people. The German restaurant is a staple.
Right.
So, like, the German is a staple, and they're opening their doors again. So we want to make sure we wrap our arms around them to make sure that corner stays anchored. And, you know, we do it right. But, you know, Jonathan Hartnett opened up Cherokee Rose, and now is opening up Live Oak. So it's bringing some new energy. We just signed a lease with a group that's, I don't know if I can announce it on TV, but a Thai restaurant that's in the city of Decatur is getting ready to come to the city of Stone Mountain. So
And you have Sweet Potato
and we have Sweet Potato
that's
Cafe that's been there for 10 years across from Art Station.
Yep.
So
Then the Vibrary.
Vibrary is there. So,
and
like,
Gillies
Outrun
is on the
Brewery.
other corner.
Outrun Brewery is there. So, like, the bubble is starting to happen, but nobody is giving us that. Stone Mountain is cool. It's a cool downtown, and so, like part of it is just the marketing and branding around the cool.
Right.
Because once you get that stamp, it's gonna go crazy. But creating, and we're getting to the Jazz Fest. I promise, I haven't forgotten. But part of that is the art, the culture, the experience.
Well, actually, you can talk about all the art because with Arts to Cab, we're looking at having moving exhibits like Stone Mountain exhibit could go to Brookhaven. Brookhaven
Yes.
exhibit could go to Stone
Wow.
I
Mountain.
love that.
Well,
Then,
all right. Oh, sorry, not to cut you off. Now I'm
yeah,
getting really excited. I know it. I'm sorry. See, I get it. So one thing is we have a historic train depot. I don't know if you've seen what Hateville has done with their historic train depot, but it's been very phenomenal. But they have a museum inside their depot. So our depot has plans to, and it's on our website, to where a part of our depot was going to be an exhibition hall.
right.
And so we can put standing exhibits in that exhibition hall, but also have rotating shows
Rotating.
that
Yeah.
go through our
So I thought that had already opened with the visitor
they
center.
opened the visitor center, but they didn't do the
Okay.
museum portion. So
And
like
that was the old mayor's office, right?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. So
Which
they,
has some bad history, but part of history.
Yeah.
correct. And so like, but to your point, when you start rotating exhibits and moving arts up between the depot, art station, and creating this art incubator culture where you now have public art installations that are
Mhm.
happening, that provides that art, the jazz, the culture. You know, like one of our biggest events that we have in the city is our Mardi Gras parade. I don't know why y'all haven't been to our Mardi Gras parade.
I didn't even heard about it. I don't
Are you
think.
serious?
Oh man, we bring
SMV Mardi
5,000
Gras,
people.
yeah.
Have you heard about the Mardi Gras parade?
Oh my God, you
and
got to
she's our
come this
social
year.
media person.
You got to come
did?
this year. We bring out about
It's so
5,000 people, and it's the biggest, most family-friendly Mardi Gras parade. Now, you can walk around with open containers, which is great. I commend the council for putting that together. But it shows how you can just come down on the street. All of our restaurants and shops do well on that day, and we do a big parade. And literally, you know, one of the things I would love to see happen is we really mirror what not Savannah, but what New Orleans and Mobile are doing, where we start at the beginning of Mardi Gras and we end on when does it end?
It ends the
Fat Tuesday or whatever? I don't know.
Well, it starts on Fat Tuesday. I
Fat
think.
Tuesday, but when does it end?
Like the Sunday or week before Easter Sunday.
We do a whole, like literally, so part
I
of our
think-
tourism
doesn't it?
umbrella. I
It
don't know.
goes for 40 days?
I
Mardi
think
Gras is
so.
a big thing.
I
Yeah.
thought Mardi Gras was just that Tuesday.
Well, it starts the season. I
See.
thought, but I don't
Whatever
know.
the time span. So I know New Orleans just doesn't do one parade. It's a whatever that timeline is. We want to be like Mardi Gras Central, like, and that's part of our you know, from a city standpoint. I know I'm getting off topic, but from a city standpoint, when I say regional destination and tourism as the driver behind becoming that regional destination, we want Mardi Gras to be our St. Patrick's Day parade in Savannah. Like, yeah, look at that.
Oh,
That's our Mardi Gras parade.
Wow.
It-
I have never heard of it.
Oh my goodness, you got to come.
is that from last year?
The feed is a seed and feed band.
Oh yeah, it is from last year.
They're always there. Yeah, that's our Mardi Gras parade. That's our parade. It's the
it's so
coolest
much
thing
fun.
ever.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
5,000 people come out, bands come out. I mean, it's amazing.
Very cool.
So anyway, but
Well,
so
we're going to be working on all that with arts. And then, so you don't talk about it now, but I don't want to forget. Are you all, well, I guess now you're mayor, are you planning on doing some stuff with FIFA World Cup watch parties?
you know, somebody brought it up to me. Again, under this tourism umbrella, it only makes sense we do something. It makes sense that we do something, and it helps our businesses. It helps our residents to be able to go to their downtown and participate, not having to pay the high prices of the city, which we love, City of Atlanta. We appreciate them from doing what they're doing, but it becomes something. Yes, we want to do something. You know, of course, I got to get sworn in and go through that process. But we want to do something to program our city to where we are participating in those events, so that our residents and the surrounding communities. Again, I look at the city of Stone Mountain is we're 1.6 square miles, but we're the centerpiece of a region around us.
Mhm.
And we want to help improve our region, especially with either the cities that Tucker. Congratulations to Ann Lerner at Tucker.
Yes.
So like Tucker, Clarkston and Pine Lake, and
Well, Mayor of Chamblee, Brian Mock, ran a tough race against himself and some write-in dogs.
oh wow, yeah,
Because he was running unopposed, but he
Yeah.
had a lot of people's dogs they wrote in, so they
Oh,
knew he
my
was going to
goodness.
win.
Oh my
we've heard people talk about
That
that.
happens in Stone Mountain.
Oh man, so but yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. So it's just really becoming that, that's the stamp of cool is gonna come.
You have time for sports because tonight at 5:30 is the unveiling of the new DeKalb United Sports Commission.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's under us.
You guys are doing a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, we just need you guys to come bless us a little bit in Stone Mountain.
Well, we're all ready.
Yeah.
We've tried for a few years, so we're
well,
ready.
We got to get that. Yeah, we got to get that.
But
going.
you're on that committee in January.
Oh, great. All
Yeah,
right,
so
good. There we
you're
go.
on that. All the mayors are on that committee.
Nice.
Good. That'll be great. I mean, it's very exciting for our county. Because again, I think of the region, I think of everything around us, and it's those partnerships and those relationships that really make it work. So the county shines, the region shines, and it works. So.
Well, you talked about Stone Mountain, the park. So visually, Stone Mountain is an image that most people know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're doing a 3-month campaign that ends at the end of this month, November, in England.
Oh.
And we have 125 vertical boards on, of course, key premier spots in England and on the trains, not the subways, but the big high-end trains. And then we're doing a digital campaign as well.
For the county?
For the county.
Wow.
And so we're doing this through Explore Georgia, the state agency,
Wow.
who's doing it through Brand USA, the U.S. agency.
Wow.
And then we're buying in.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all these billboards and all these digital campaigns running, and one of the images is the cable car of Stone Mountain.
Yeah, that. Hey, look, it's a cool place. I mean, to say the least, it's something. I was talking to somebody the other day. Buildings can burn, things can hit, but that granite rock, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. So it's really exciting. So. Let's talk about restoring a historic building.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into the weeds of that one.
That's fun because I used to have a Victorian home
Yeah.
in Columbus, Mississippi.
It's it's fun if you got an unlimited pocketbook.
I tell you.
When you got a budget, it sucks. So
And dealing with such a difficult material,
yeah,
like granite.
that's a real yes. Yeah, so all your costs go up when you're dealing with granite. Because anything you got to attach to it, drill through it, is just.
But you got a building that doesn't really, it can't weather. I mean, in
It
general,
can weather.
It can weather,
It
but
can
not
weather.
like wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Granite has its challenges too.
True.
All right. But it's beautiful. So so going into that project, I don't want to talk dollar amounts, but we went in with one budget. It ended up being a whole. Do you want me to go over dollar amounts or no?
You don't have to go over dollar amounts, but when you're doing a building,
Correct.
But it's a new house is that way, or a new building is like,
So-
but not the
Well,
same. I get it.
renovation, yeah. but
So
I think a historic property and all the challenges that come with that. And
Well, you
us-
want to keep it historic,
yeah,
but you have to modernize it.
right.
correct.
So
And us, it was a unique situation of how we bought the property because it was full. We did all of our due diligence and inspections
It was
and
an
brought
antique
contractors
shop.
in, but
okay, I remember.
there just were things that weren't able to have been uncovered during that process. And as you got into the meat of the project, you never know what issues you're gonna find until you start.
Oh yeah.
Attacking
Yeah,
it.
correct.
And we ran into a lot of just unknowns and problems and things that we weren't prepared for. So that budget definitely tripled or quadrupled.
Yeah, it quite. I mean, literally, I remember one day. So we ended up gutting the entire building. We initially went in like, oh, we can put sister joists in, keep the same floors. We would keep the roof, keep all of this stuff. Once we got into it, we basically built the building inside of a building.
Now, did you repurpose a lot of the original wood and stuff like that?
So the floors, Oh,
The-
sorry.
Oh,
So the floors in the hallway are repurposed wood, and the trim on the ceiling is repurposed wood from the floors. That was like really outside of the granite, the only thing we could save, and we had a really good contractor who kind of cut the wood, restained it, and relaid it,
really beautiful.
and it's beautiful. It turned out really really nice, but yeah, we had to literally. I remember sitting down with the structural engineers, and they were like, "You're not ready for this." Um, every floor we had to put in all new structural. I mean, literally the only thing that stood were the walls of the building. I mean, I remember going there one day, looking up. I could look through the window and look at the sky. Like, you look up, you're like, oh, there's no roof on this. I mean, so we had to totally good. And I'll send, if you want, Monica, I can send you those pictures of the renovations. But like,
It's always cool to have before and after.
you,
And I did a lot. I've done a lot of renovations on my older Victorian home,
Yeah.
and even my what be new home here, even though it was in the '80s.
Mm.
And I always forget to do the before.
Well, we have a lot of before and pictures and videos.
That's cool.
Yeah.
and yeah, so cool thing about the building, like it was a restoration shop. So the history of the building, from my understanding, it's early 1900s building. At one point, a lot of the people in the community, it was a shoe store at the bottom and a switchboard operating place at the top of the building. And
It
then
was also rumored, so I heard that the upstairs used to serve as the town's first kind of public library.
oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the
Yeah.
library. Then it was a grocery store at one point at the bottom, and then most recently, before we purchased it, it was Barron's Restoration, where they restored like jewelry and did a lot of antiquing and things of that nature. So, but when we got it, I mean, the place was full. You really couldn't do proper due diligence because they had.
So what's upstairs now, or is that part of the hotel?
So upstairs are the
Upstairs
two
is
lofts.
Granite House. Yeah.
Yeah, upstairs is Granite House, and then down below are tenant spaces, which we just signed a lease with a tenant. So 2026, we'll have a new kind of fast casual restaurant in the downstairs.
Fits well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So and it worked because at first we were like, let's do a full on restaurant. Then I was like, somebody brought it to our attention, like, well, if it stays open at 12 o'clock at night and the music is blasting, now you're gonna impact your
True.
your lofts upstairs. So we're like, oh, this works because it'll shut down at a decent time, and it's fast casual, but it also provides an amenity
To our guests.
for our guests, and provides an amenity for Main Street in the city.
So you're going to do a little library with the building. This is where you put a book, take a book, because you were the first library in the city.
That's
that
a good
is
idea.
fun.
That is a cool idea.
But I have seen in some other Airbnbs or short-term rentals that have that. They'll leave a
Mhm.
book. But it's for your guests. Like, hey,
Yeah, but you could have it like outside attached to the building or
sure,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that
that's
is
cool.
historic marker of the
That is
original
cool, yeah,
library
for sure.
in Stone Mountain. And here's your leave a book, take a book
Yeah, I
little
love that.
library.
Yeah.
See, tourists. That's why. Just need people like you to come to town and
That
just do
is
your
cool.
thing. Yeah.
Well, in Macon, I'm a Doctor Who fan. I don't know if you
Okay.
ever watched Doctor Who.
I've seen it. Yeah.
But so the police box, the TARDIS. So my wife found that there's a full size TARDIS in Macon. That's a little
Oh,
bookshop. So we got off in Macon just to go find this TARDIS.
Really?
So it can be. I mean, we've gotten off different places to see unique books like that.
That's a cool downtown that you make. Downtown Macon they've done a really.
Well, this
good
isn't
job.
downtown. I don't know where the devil it is.
Oh,
but
okay.
Where-
Okay.
We went just to find this
Oh,
TARDIS.
wow.
So I mean, you could do something cool
Yeah.
and put it on
Exactly. Yeah.
put it as a marketing piece,
Mm.
especially since it's historical
Mhm.
Yeah. No.
and
that's really cool.
bookstore.
Mhm. I love that idea.
That's really cool. I like it. I like it. So, yeah. So the renovation it took us. We thought it would have taken. I mean, we were initially like, oh, it'll take 6 months. We purchased the building in 2022. We did not finish construction to like January of 2024.
Wow.
It was really February. 'Cause
yeah, like kind of February,
they
like
had-
right before
they had
Mardi
just
Gras
fin-
that
They
year.
had just finished.
Yeah, right
for
before Mardi Gras. So it took a lot of work.
So the Stone Mountain Mayor is not full time, right?
No,
I mean, I know it is, but it's not.
yeah. It's not. You don't quit your day job
Right.
and go become a mayor. Yeah, you do it because you care.
Right.
So no, it's not full.
So you're gonna have the inn.
Yep.
And then, are you still like a city
Realtor.
realtor?
Yeah.
But you're not like a planner.
No. I'm not a city planner. So I went. So the rub with planning was I went in school for planning, got my degree from Georgia, and it was like, nothing against planners who work in the public sphere, but I was like, I have a family, I don't know if I can support them on the planner one salary. And
Right.
so I was like, how do I continue to do planning work but be able to support my family? And so that's how I got into real estate. People think it was the reverse, but it was being a planner at heart and wanting to impact, you know, land use, wanting to impact how cities are built. And I was like, what is the best way to do that? Still provide for my family, but be able to do it. So that's why I got into real estate, and I started working with land developers. So I was able to kind of come in and bring some new urbanism ideas to their projects instead of the cookie cutter, you know, cul-de-sac subdivisions. It was, I was kind of like, hey guys, this deal can underwrite, but let's look at a cool way of doing it. And now, you fast forward, like everybody's doing it now, which is great. So you don't have to sell those ideas as much as you had to sell them back in the day. But it was a way to kind of still be a planner, but still provide for my family. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
and then getting involved with the city the same way. I got on the Downtown Development Authority because I was like, so I like land planning, which is cool, but also I understand the economic development planning behind it also, which is very important. So that's why I got involved with the Downtown Development Authority. I'm like, it's fine. I can volunteer and do these things. I can volunteer and help. So that was how I got involved, and all of that has led me to where I am today. It's like taking all of that experience, and because sorry to make this not political, it's non-political, but you try to help, and then you get to a point where the community is like, I need you to kind of get in the driver's seat for this one, for where we need to go to get us there. Like, you can only do so much from behind until you have to get in that driver's seat. And so, I'm not a career politician at all. This is my first time running for elected office, but it was, taking these ideas and being able to say, how do I help unify a community, unify a council, unify an entire city, and have a vision that's bigger than one person, bigger than me, but big for our entire area, our entire region. I mean, these ideas of becoming a tourist town, a regional destination, will outlast me.
Oh yeah.
Like it will become, again, that Atlanta, Savannah, Stone Mountain. It will become, Georgia, explore Georgia's like, all right, make sure Stone Mountain is part of this conversation. I mean, we already are, but we haven't intentionally done it, and so that's.
Well, I love it. I mean, you got a phenomenal place to be able to do that with, and you've got a lot of history.
Hmm.
You got great bones with the downtown village.
It's beautiful.
Easy accessibility.
It's it's beautiful. So yeah, so I'm thankful to my wife because people tell me I don't say it enough, but I'm thankful to my wife for having the idea about Granite House
Thanks.
because it was an eye opener to because we get all the feedback from our guests, and they're like, oh man, to have a place like this. I would have never imagined it being in Stone Mountain, and then just seeing all the people you touch. So like from the hospitality vein, I mean this is what she did not say. She's very big on hospitality. Like she's the one that hosts the party, put together the party, do all of those things. So like it's really cool because she gets to do that with the Lofts. You get to
Right.
curate experience. You get to curate all of these things that make people who come to visit us having a special time by having that curation. And
But part of that, to your point, was always, I think, for both of us, um, for people to come and have an experience, not just an experience at the lofts, we call them the lofts, but an experience in Stone Mountain, and being able to, from welcome to checkout is an experience.
Right.
Like you're getting again the history of the building. You're getting a welcome basket with some kind of local treat. Our guidebook obviously is filled with all of those local establishments like Gilly, Library, Public House when it was open, the German, even the commons inside Stone Mountain Park. So everything is a tailored experience to keep you local, and experiencing our main street and what our downtown
When
has.
you have the two golf courses inside the park,
Hmm.
then you have the golf course just down the road,
Right. And
Yep.
we want, I mean, because again, a lot of our visitors obviously are visiting with us because it's something that they're doing at Stone Mountain Park. But a lot are not. A
Right.
lot are local, a lot are staycations, a lot are, I just want a weekend getaway for my birthday. I just want to rest and relax. But I also want to be somewhere that is walkable. To again, I can still have a weekend experience without spending hundreds of dollars,
Right.
in Atlanta. So it's that curation process for me to be able to not only have guests or tailor that experience to enjoy what we have to offer, but helping them experience what Stone Mountain Village has to offer.
I love that. I mean, I love the art part,
Hmm.
the entertainment, the history, the convenience to Stone Mountain Park,
Hmm.
the convenience to all the restaurants and uh,
Library.
libations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey,
Drinks.
you look, somebody was like, somebody told me, we're kind of food and booze, which is, I mean, again, it's an experience, like like if you walk Stone Mountain sometime, I always say we're like a little cleaner version of East Atlanta. Like we have a little bit, like that's the cool part about Stone Mountain, because of the history, like the dirt, a little bit of dirt in the curb kind of gives you that feel of like it's been here for a while, but it's still cool and clean. And
Right.
East Atlanta does that a little bit.
Right.
Like it's like a this cool kind of culture thing, and I think that's the beauty of Stone Mountain, because it's not prefab. It's not. It's something that's like over time has kind of morphed. You have a building, and we, you know, been lucky, to kind of preserve a lot of those buildings in our downtown. Now, of course, we have to add a little more to it, but it still feels, like if you go on some streets, you'll still see the granite curbing. But it's in the metropolitan area, so it has this
Yeah.
real like. It feels historic a little bit, like the building you were looking at, the Weatherly Building or the old hotel. I mean, like Granite House. I mean, if you look at our building, I mean that's an early 1900s granite building,
Hmm.
2-story granite building, 4,000 square feet.
Do you all still have it's across the tracks? So you go down from your to the left, I believe, and then cross the tracks. There's a granite building over there. Is it still a hotel, B&B?
Granite building.
I
If you
believe
go,
it's granite. It's like 2 stories tall. It's got a big deck.
It was at 5380.
no, you're thinking about Gillies, where Gillies is. So you got two built. You got two. It used to be an Airbnb. Oh, the Stowell's house still.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Marion
yeah,
Route. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking of the Airbnb.
Yeah,
Mary,
that's
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Stillwell House.
Stillwell.
Stillwell
Yeah,
House.
yeah. Yeah. So they do not run an Airbnb out of there anymore, but it's a cool building, with the porch, and then from that porch you can look and see Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
Like so those are the little touches of Stone Mountain that you just preserve and hold on to, but like as you create the density in the core, it's just like those pieces of history where you still see that granite curbing, or like Gilly's Brew Bars in the old mayor's house, which is actually at the center point of town.
Hmm.
Like there's a little marker for the center point of town right in
I
front of
didn't know
that
that
building.
part.
Yeah.
So over 100-year-old building, right there, and they run a cool coffee shop out of it.
But
And
they're also leaning more into the arts
art,
as well. So
So
they
you could be like your own version of a Delonica.
yeah.
yeah,
More art maybe
Mhm.
based.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You got any murals?
Yeah, so we do have
We
murals.
have
So we have a
murals.
mural on our building. I don't know if we pulled the pictures up, but we have a beautiful mural by Leila Burnett, who does a lot of stuff in City of Atlanta and Decatur. But now the Downtown Development Authority has a mural program. So they're giving, grants in order to do murals in town. So they've done, I think, 3 so far,
And are working on the fourth.
working on a
So
4th.
that's become the hot thing in DeKalb
Correct.
is murals.
Yeah.
Murals on the trails,
Mhm.
murals on buildings.
Art, I mean public art. I mean
Yeah.
public art is like public art history, and like and I think we have a really good opportunity too. Like so much you put on the tourism. Athleisure goes on the tourism, art goes on the tourism, food goes on the tourism, art,
History.
history goes on the tourism.
Tourism is to me is the highest level of everything. It
Yeah.
all falls
Correct.
under that, and it's the best economy
Mhm.
producer,
Mhm.
booster,
Yes.
But
quality of life booster.
Mhm.
correct. And then here's one thing we have that's really, really cool. Yeah, there's our mural that Leela
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
So One thing that Leela did that was really not Leela, but one thing that we do have going on in our city is the movie industry. Like
Yes.
our building was just on Tulsa Kings. You know what I mean? So like
I watched Tulsa Kings. I can't.
the last the show that just
last
came out.
episode.
Oh, the one about Art of War.
I think it was Art of
I
War.
don't know. It's a campaign scene.
Yeah, it's a
They
campaign
use the
scene.
downstairs space as campaign headquarters.
Correct. And they shot a beautiful shot of Stone Mountain at night and it showed our building. And they, yeah, I mean,
And it's aired.
yeah, it's aired. It's
Yeah.
out. It came out Sunday. Whatever the latest show that just came out on season 3, it's on there.
It's in the beginning
Monica
of the
is
episode.
16
go
minutes
back
in because
and,
I've looked at it. It's 16 minutes in.
Because I know Stone Mountain Crossroads. I mean, Stone Mountain Parks. Commons.
Commons was
has been there
Yeah.
a couple of times.
correct. And so they shot on that same episode. They were in the Commons and they shot in our building.
Is this the one with the governor, the one they
Yeah.
want for
Mhm.
governor?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'll have to go back and watch
Go back
it.
and look at
It's
it.
in the beginning.
16 minutes in is there. But the cool thing, one of the famous scenes from Stranger Things was shot in our cemetery, where Max was hanging up in the air. That was shot in our cemetery. So like Will Trent just shot there. We get a lot of movies that come through and shoot in Stone Mountain. So
The
like
Hulu murders.
Murdoch murders.
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
shot in scenes.
So
with
we
that.
want to start putting together. Like I started writing down
film
like
tour?
Tulsa King, the shows, so we
Yeah.
could put on our website.
Correct.
Okay, if you want to do movie tourism or TV,
Or a film tour.
film tourism,
Yeah.
you can come and see different things like that.
But
Yeah.
even for travelers to be able to have access to where those sites are, to
Mhm.
where certain scenes were filmed or
Correct.
shows or movies or whatever, to be able to go and visit when they're in town.
What you should start doing is every time they film from your building or the city, get a prop. Get some because I understand.
You hold on to it for yeah.
Get something that they give you that you could start almost like in your own inn, then eventually like in a museum like
Oh,
That
my
is cool.
Covington.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
It's
yeah,
got-
yeah.
it has
Vampire Diaries.
props
and-
from
yeah.
all
Oh
kinds
yeah, they hang it on the wall.
in the heat of the
yeah.
night to
Yeah.
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
all the different props
Man,
from
why didn't we do that?
Well, this is why we need him. We need you.
because we can't do that because we don't ever know,
But the
but
the
you do
partnership.
because yes,
If the partnership is there, we're like, look, this is filming here. Let's get a prop. Let's curate it because now on tourism, again, like I'm so big on tourism right now, I can go crazy because it's now an attraction.
you need to figure out like next time they come, either the guy running for governor, the bad guy, normally the
I
bad
should
guy,
have kept something.
or Sylvester Stallone, get like a picture and tell them when can you post this
Yeah.
and have it on your social media.
Yeah.
You might not be able to post it right away. You may be able to post it
Yeah,
right away.
we kind of asked, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they were like, wait, yeah, but it's man, that's a good one because the cool thing because we asked, we were like when the site location guys were like, so how are y'all picking locations? And so what we found out, like Stone Mountain Park is a great place because they have a lot of parking, and they have a lot of different scenes that you can shoot in. But what happens for the city of Stone Mountain is like when you're doing the shot, you're saying, well, I'm at Stone Mountain Park. What other scenes can I knock out in the area?
Right.
And so it's becoming real cool for us because like they're shooting at the park, but then they're like, I need to do 3 more scenes. And so site locators will come out to Main Street and just kind of say, look, we can go here, go there. So I mean,
It's
hopefully
more affordable than having to pack up from the park and go
drive to
yeah,
the studio.
Now, do you all work through Shelby with DeKalb Entertainment? Or do you have your own film?
I'm not sure. So our city manager has a film permit process. And so
You do it
they
yourself.
might have been Shelby. The name sounds familiar. So she's probably dealing with her. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
you know.
just always have kind of been,
They'll call. They get
Yeah.
their permits with the city, but then they'll call us and say,
hey, I was
Hey,
walking
what-
down Main
yeah.
Street. Can I see the building?
yeah. And they move pretty quick. I mean, I love the movie industry.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got their tax credits or whatever.
Only the TV shows, pretty much. Yeah. The movie industry is a little slow, but TV is still going strong.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I mean that's been really good for Georgia. It's been really good for Stone Mountain. It helps a lot of the merchants when they shoot. And like you said, if we can kind of capitalize on that tourism, I mean those things happening, it'll be even better. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's anything else about the Lofts?
Okay, before we close, okay, Granite House Lofts
Yes.
how do they find you, get in touch with you, and more importantly, how do they book?
Well, they can find us on social media, Facebook at Granite House Lofts, Instagram is at Granite House Lofts, and I think we have a TikTok. We also have a direct site, which is www.granitehouselofts.com. We also have a Google business profile, so if you just search for Granite House Lofts, you should find us, and our reviews and our website should come up. But we're also on the Airbnb platform, booking.com, and VRBO.
True.
Okay.
And then, so that's how you can book with us. But you also can book direct, which a lot of people probably would want to do because it saves you a little bit of money
Oh yeah. The different
outside of those fees.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
hmm
So yeah.
And I'd
Awesome.
probably be happy to offer a discount for anybody who mentions this podcast.
Oh, that's cool. You need to put that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all being on the show. Congratulations, new mayor in 45 days. I think you
44.
44.
It was 45
days.
last night.
said 44 days. We're very excited to have you on the show. We're very excited about your very cool looking Granite House Lofts.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Great location, great little getaway weekend if you're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Great
Mhm.
getaway or great opportunity to come to DeKalb, Atlanta,
Yes.
and stay there.
Yep.
So thank you all for being on the show.
Thank you for having
you.
us.
Yeah,
This is
thank
really
you.
cool. We followed Discover the Cab, and I was like, Shani, how do we get in touch with these guys? You know,
So I've been working on that for a year.
yeah. But
You get in touch with us?
Yeah.
but more
And you guys
importantly,
finally reached out.
we need you all in Stone Mountain. We need to strengthen that fabric between the city.
Oh, we want that.
and you all.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with having two headquarters, a satellite office and a main office. So you know, we would love to see you all in Stone Mountain.
Well, we definitely want to work with the city, work with you all.
Yeah.
So thank you all for being on the show.
Yeah.
And thank you all
having
for
me.
tuning in. Please check out our next show and watch all these excerpts on our different podcast channels.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. This is great.